Yo, welcome back to the Mugiwara Cave. It's Mark back again. Today we got Kengan Omega Round 2, which is the fight between Nakata Ichiro, which most of you know is Rihito from Kengan Ashura, and the Falcon, real name Albert Lee, the Roving Death. But let me go back over the rules, and then we could get back into the round. So first is 13 fighters from each side. Then you got the winner absorbing the loser, which is if Kengan Association wins, they absorb Purgatory. If Purgatory wins, they absorb Kengan Association. There's 3 major rules. Knockdown rule, you got till the count of 10 or else you lost. The ring out rule, once your body leaves the ring, you lose. And the non-lethality rule. Anytime you cause your opponent's death, you'll be disqualified, and the fight money will be confiscated from you. Now, in round 2, I know a little backstory on Rihito. Since the 2 years from Kengan Ashura is pretty much, he trained under Kuroki Gensai in America for about 2 years. He uses Razor's Edge. That's his named move from the Kengan Ashura series. Kuroki Gensai introduced him to Pre-Initiative. He's the president of Super Frozen Cold Storage. He's the first fighter president in Kengan Association history. He's a physically powerful fighter. He has impressive physical strength, durability, and endurance. So in the 2 years, he also learned the basics of the Kaiwan style, but he created a hybrid mixing his own style with it, and that kind of increased his fighting prowess in the 2 years. Falcon, 29 years old. His real name is Albert Lee. Nickname is the Roving Death. But he had a unique method of partial training that was passed down among ninjas, and his whole shtick is being a ninja. He's from Singapore, and he used to be a wrecker and a magician. He's known for giving his targets a fate worse than death. He learned Tai Chi Chuan in his childhood, but he quit before middle school. His martial arts experience after that is pretty much unknown, but he did participate in an underground martial arts promotion called Heroic Tales, which kind of made him a little bit more famous. In the Heroic Tales, he was a middleweight champion. He was known as the King of Destruction for his tendency to destroy his opponents without hesitation. And through trial and error, he developed his own style of ninjutsu. So, I guess, yeah, we could get into the fight now. So pretty much the fight, it started off rough for Rihito. I'm going to tell you that now. Rough for Rihito. I know a lot of people liked him from Kengan Ashura. He was kind of an underdog because, he wasn't as good of a fighter as some of the other characters. Pretty much almost everybody from Kengan Association is somebody who they brought back from Kengan Ashura to fight for them, and a lot of the newer fighters are going to be the fighters from Purgatory, except for maybe 1 or 2, but for the most part it's going to be a bunch of newer fighters. So in the beginning, Falcon entered the ring. He shows off pretty much like his talon-like fingernails and his toenails. Using misdirection and a sidestep, he kind of pretty much wailed on Rihito. Rihito blocked a few of the attacks after he got used to them, but he landed a couple direct hits. After Rihito started getting the hits, he was getting pummeled. I think Falcon was a little bit too quick for him in the beginning, and the sidestep mixed with the misdirection was a really big thing for him. It really threw him off during the fight. Then Rihito kind of started running away. He was dodging the attacks, but essentially he was running away, right? So he tried to figure out how to counter a lot of Falcon's moves, and then he remembered the whole Pre-Initiative conversation he had with Kuroki Gensai, and the tide of battle kind of turned, because then he started landing hits before Falcon can get to land his. He landed a Razor's Edge, which snapped Falcon's pectoralis major, which is the muscle up here. But he was bleeding a lot. He was leaking, and I guess he pretty much only had like 5 minutes before he would pass out from all the blood loss. Falcon used one of his moves he had in the bag, which is Owl Talon Kick, where he pretty much stays above you, kicking from above, and he mixed it with a move called Tox's Avenger. He did partial training on his big toes, which made them with like a really weak poison. So before his opponents even really realized there was poison, they were already slowing down, and it really affected a lot of his opponents. But Rihito's body started to go limp. He managed to land another Razor's Edge during this exchange. And from then on, as they both started to dull, Falcon from the blood loss, Rihito from the poison, they both of them, their moves started to dull. And they were both ready to pass out. And it pretty much became like a conflict of wills. It was who wanted it more. And there's a moment when Rihito kind of just slammed Falcon to the ground, like slammed him to the ground. And Falcon pretty much kicked his knees out and placed him in a rear naked choke. During this rear naked choke now, Rihito was using his pinch grip strength to try and rip him off while he was being choked out. And it was kind of like a race between losing the blood and Rihito keeping consciousness. I think there was another Toxic Avenger that landed during this exchange, and Falcon even tells him, you only lost by one move, which is, that's saying something. You only lost by one move. A lot of people didn't even think Rihito was going to stand a chance against Falcon from the beginning of the fight. A lot of people talking on the sidelines was more like, how you even let him do all this to you? But that's a testament to Rihito's durability. He's actually, physically, he's one of the stronger fighters. Physically, what he can withstand, I guess. So Rihito loses consciousness, and this puts Purgatory up 2-0. So right now, after round 2, Purgatory's up 2-0, and Falcon won this one by submission. After the fight, Falcon honestly really wanted to challenge Kuroki Gensai, and Kuroki Gensai probably just chops him in his neck. Not probably. He definitely chopped him in his neck, using pretty much the same pre-initiative when Falcon went to strike, chopped him in his neck, dropped him. This is round 2. I should be coming with round 3 soon, because round 3 is finishing the manga. Do me that favor, subscribe, comment, share, check it out, man. I'll be back with more for you guys soon. This is Mugiwara Cave, it's Mark. Do your thing, man. Whatever you can do, just do. Be safe out there. I know it's still Corona time, so be safe.